Today let's make Clafoutis, French-baked fruit custard. Clafoutis is a French-baked dessert that originates from the Limousin region in the center of France. It is traditionally made with whole unpitted cherries and a creamy flan batter. This dessert reminds me of my childhood because it was a must-have every cherry season. As a kid, I would have not eaten a whole bowl of fresh cherries, but when made into Clafoutis, they were much more enjoyable. Nowadays, you will find different versions of Clafoutis. You can really use any type of fruits: apple, berries, peach and more. Today, I am making Clafoutis au Mirabelle. Mirabelle is a small round fruit about the same size as cherries, with a smooth textured flesh and a dark yellow color. In France, they mainly grow in the northeast, including Alsace, where I am from. They are usually used in jams, dessert pies and eau de vie, literally water of life, which is a clear fruit brandy. Mirabelle is in season right now in France, so it's the perfect choice. If you are in the US, it is toward the end of the cherry season, so hurry and try it ASAP. As I mentioned earlier, the cherries are usually unpitted. We just remove the pits while eating.
Keeping the pits ensures that the batter doesn't get soggy because not breaking the skin of the fruit allows it to hold in the juice while baking. It also prevents the juice from staining the batter, especially if you're using cherries.
However, if you prefer, you can pit them. For this recipe, you will need your fruit of choice, cherries, Mirabelle or others, eggs, sugar, flour, milk, butter, and powdered sugar, which is optional for dusting. Let's get started.
First, we're going to wash our Mirabelle. Then we will spread them out in a single layer on a clean towel to dry. Now it's time to preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 392 degrees Fahrenheit. In a large bowl, mix together the eggs, the sugar, and half of the flour. I recommend using a metal strainer for the flour to avoid any lump. Now pour in half of the milk and whisk until your batter is smooth. Add the remaining half of the flour and whisk well. And now add the remaining half of the milk. Whisk until the batter is smooth. Then set aside on the counter. Now let's butter our oven-proof baking dish. Here I'm using a 20 by 15 cm glass dish. You can also use a ceramic one. Add your fruits to the dish in a single layer. You should not have fruits stacked on each other. Pour pour in just enough batter to barely cover the fruits. Place the clafoutis in the oven and bake for 35 minutes. If you have some leftover fruits and batter, you can bake little individual clafoutis like we did here. When taking the dish out of the oven, you should see that the batter has set. If not, bake a few more minutes and test again. Let cool before serving. It is best served lukewarm with some powdered sugar.
Now, let's taste. Don't eat the pit, of course. As you can see, the flan is perfectly set, but not too dense. The mirabelle, or the cherries in the more classic clafoutis, are sweet with a bit of tartness, which balances well with the creamy sweetness of the flan.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel and visit mmbonapetit.com for more Vietnamese and French recipes.